41 past the hour. Now to an NBC News exclusive. Two sources tell NBC a U.S. immigration program that was temporarily paused last month by the Biden administration could be reinstated as early as this week. The program allowed people from Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, and Venezuela to apply for entry to the U.S. from their home countries. But the administration put the program on hold over concerns of fraud. NBC's Homeland Security correspondent Julia Ainsley has that exclusive reporting. Julia, great seeing you always. What kind of concerns did officials have over this program?
Well, Jose, we were able to look at an internal report that DHS put together in May, and it's the reason why they paused this program. They found that just over 3,200 sponsors were putting their names out to sponsor over 100,000 migrants. They call these people serial sponsors. In many cases, they use Social Security numbers like all fives, all fours, and still those applications were getting through the system, and some of those people were admitted. Sponsors are supposed to show not only that they can financially support these migrants, but that they have a place to live and that the sponsors themselves are legal residents of the United States, even if it's a legal permanent residency, that they're allowed to be here. We found that according to this internal report, these sponsors were going to bring 600 migrants to an address that turned out to be a warehouse in Orlando. And in one case, they would bring 700 migrants to a trailer park also in Key West, Florida. A lot of this centering around Florida. As you know, they're sponsoring Cubans, Haitians, Nicaraguans, Venezuelans. And this is something that prompted a review. But as we understand it, Jose, they still have thousands, if not tens of thousands, of these potentially red flag, potentially fraudulent applications to look at. But they're going to restart the program anyway because they think it's so important to keeping the numbers down at the southern border. Because if they don't encourage migrants to apply from their home countries, they're worried more of them will come to the border illegally, Jose.
So, Julia, there's a possibility that these 3,200 sponsors of more than 100,000 people could be in nefarious and very dangerous work. And these 100,000 plus people could be very, very seriously threatened.
Yes, we've seen in the past, Jose, that there's examples of people advertising that they could be sponsors online so that someone would buy their sponsorship. And in previous cases, like when you look at sponsors of unaccompanied children, anytime you have one person taking in a large amount of migrants, usually they're always looking at that for possible human trafficking. This is all of the reasons why they stopped the program. I will say that U.S. officials told us when they restart the program, they want to be looking at these applications, what they say, in small batches and reviewing them manually, which of course raises questions about how they were ever greenlighting these people before.
Yeah, I mean, maybe all the same number for a Social Security number could maybe raise a flag somewhere, although it apparently didn't. Julia, thank you so very much. Really appreciate it.